Hey guys, this is Main here, back again with another video. Today we have another person reaching out to me on Discord asking for another account review. We he didn't give me anything in particular to start to focus on or work on, so I'm just going to go through and do a general account overview, see if he's lacking in anything. Full disclosure, I did record this video kind of halfway through, so I got a good look at his account, but I was muted, so yeah, just kind of starting from square one here. So he's a little bit into World 6. I saw he's kind of struggling. I imagine he's probably struggling a little bit with progression. So let's go through, see if there's anything he's kind of lacking on and if he thinks he can work on. As always, if you guys do want your own IEs reviewed as well, feel free to message me on Discord at mainzed. It's my account name, MANEZED. So feel free to reach out to me there. Perfect. Let's go ahead and get this underway. So one thing I would want to bigly focus on is the stamps. His overall stamp level for someone that's in World 6 is really, really low. It should be way higher than this. First of all, you do have a bunch of stamps that are not unlocked. First of all, Stat Graph stamp, Steve Sword stamp, Diamond Axe stamp, the Buzz stamp, and obviously the Golden Apple stamp in conjunction with the Steve Sword stamp. The 7-figure followers quest you should absolutely try to get done as soon as possible. With the advent of World 6 and the Beanstalk specifically, Golden Food Effect is extremely important. So you need to start upgrading, get the stamp unlocked first, start upgrading it, boost into it. That way you have higher Golden Food Effect. So go back, do that. Unlock your stamps, like all the stamps that you should be able to unlock, like Buzz, the Steve Sword, Diamond Axe, Stat Graph. Something I want to mention particularly is that stats are extremely important for getting damage and accuracy, and also money percent generally if you're a Bubo. Stats are extremely important in this game as kind of the foundation of how you build a good character and getting a lot of damage. The stats themselves they're scaled in so many different ways. First of all, the stats themselves are base stats. You can see this by actually upgrading them. So I did this earlier with the Stat Graph stamp, but it's to a point where I don't have enough money to upgrade it anymore. So let's try and experiment this with the Maxis Slapo stamp, for example. So if I upgraded this, so it gives me 4 stats per upgrade. So right now I am at 38737, and I go ahead and upgrade this. Let's go ahead and calculate. So I should get 4, which means I get 38741. However, it is scaled by the lab bonus for ×2 and a pristine charm that I have 1.25 times non-mixed stamp bonuses. So overall, I should be getting 9 or so stats if this wasn't scaled by all stat percent. But I upgrade this, you'll see that I'm at 38769. That is a 32 strength increase from 1 level of a stamp. So what that means is this is scaled by those lab bonuses and the pristine charm. Not only those, but also all stat percent is also multiplying this even higher. So every time I level this, plus 38769. And then I subtract where I'm at right now. Leveling that stamp up, just like one progression point, gave me almost 200 strength. That is a massive increase and something you should really look forward to if you're trying to increase your character's damage, because that means I'm getting more total damage percent here through Power of Try One. That means I'm getting more money percent through the money bubble in Alchemy. Through I'm getting generally more damage because it's my character's main stat. I'm getting more accuracy from my other character, my archer, I believe, who uses strength as a substat. So overall, it's a general great way to increase your account damage is upgrading stats through the stamp page. It's often underlooked, and it's one of the best ways to increase your damage if you're struggling for damage. So absolutely don't neglect stamps. It's a massive increase to your damage. Your stamp levels here are extremely low, but you have the resources to do it. So upgrade all of your stamps in combat if you're struggling with damage. Unlock the stamps you haven't unlocked yet and upgrade them as far as you can. Specifically for skilling, I do want you to focus on skilling a lot. Get a good dust mote print for your archer, for your Siegebreaker. That way you can upgrade Multi's dual stamp even further. Skilling is probably going to take precedence over combat stamps because your skilling is relatively low where it should be right now in World 6. Let's actually talk about that quite a lot here. Your overall bubble level is relatively low for skilling. You don't have the resources to upgrade Hocus Chopus right now. It's not even at an atomable point, but this is one of the best bubbles for upgrading chopping efficiency because it's doubled and or rather like quadrupled for mages because of Mage's Best, and also because of Severe Purple also upgrading it. So these bubbles are kind of how you scale the efficiency and how you're able to get high log prints. Something I want to mention as well that I haven't really touched on in this recording, but your not your Siege Breaker, your one elemental sorcerer, it isn't booked for logs on logs. It's not booked for Untwisted Ropes. It's not booked for Deforesting All Doubt. You absolutely should use your books on these because they massively increase your prints for oak logs that we're able to produce higher atom, produce more atoms to upgrade your atom collider, upgrade your bubbles in alchemy, upgrade everything in atom collider general upgrades. One thing to mention as well, let's just go put you on blast here real quick. Your prayers. Notice there's something missing here. Every character has Royal Sampler except your Elemental Sorcerer. If I go to your 3D printer, you can see your print sample rate on your Elemental Sorcerer is 58.2%. So you're missing 32% print sample rate. So go equip that, hit 90%. You'll almost 2x your prints immediately just from that. And also upgrading those bubbles and increasing your upgrading the talent levels will increase your prints even more. You'll probably 2x it even further. So you'll see probably a 4x base print increase from just doing those two things. If you want to literally 6x your prints, here's something else you can do. The Elemental Sorcerer, if you don't have Doot, is one of the best atom printers in your arsenal. The reason being is his talent right here, Polytheism. You have this maxed out, which makes me think you don't understand fully how this works. So Polytheism, the way it works is it'll let you link to a god. So normally, if you don't have Doot, you can only link to one god. Elemental Sorcerer can link to 2. So let me go ahead and show you how that works. So if we go over to World 5, this is one way you link to your god, is through the Divinity Altar. Obviously, everyone's done it. You get to click on Unlink and relink your characters to the gods you want. Arctis will link you to Lab. Lab has a bonus that I'll show you over here. It is somewhere, I don't remember where it is. This one right here. Uploaded printers print 2 times more resources from their section of the 3D printer. So having Arctis and having this node unlocked in Lab gives you 2 times prints. So long as you're just in Lab. Not all characters have to surround this node. So long as this is activated, every character that's active in Lab will have this active, which means everyone prints 2 times more resources. Perfect. So all you need to do is have Arctis and have that node unlocked. You'll have 2 times prints. Let's go back to Divinity. So the way this works for Elemental Sorcerers is this talent acts as a second link to you physically linking to them. You can see if you level it up to level 3, you'll link to Harry Up. What Harry Up does is it gives you 3 times prints. This multiplies on top of the Lab bonus, which gives you 6 times total prints. So you can literally 6x your prints, because I don't know if you're actually linked to Arctis or not, or if your character is active in Lab, but you can probably 6x your prints from Elemental Sorcerer, and then you can probably 4x your prints from upgrading your talents and just equipping Royal Sampler. So you can see probably like a 20-40 times increase to your prints on Elemental Sorcerer just by doing those things, and it takes you almost no effort whatsoever. So absolutely go do that. You'll see your atom generation through oak logs massively skyrocket in the next few days just because of that. Perfect. Okay, moving on. Yeah, so the best way to go about skilling specifically for your Mage Bubbles Hocus Chopus is going through the anvil right here. So a lot of people don't do this. I'd highly recommend getting the monster materials from World 1 to World 4 for all of your characters, specifically for your archers first, because they have the best production speed in Anvil. You should have minimum 2 production through Anvil. One just says base, one from Hammer all the time. Is it all the time? I think it's all the time, or you may need to equip the bubble, but you'll be able to produce 2 things at once. And yes, you can produce the same thing. So here I'm producing it once. If I click it again, it's producing times 2. If I click it again, times 3. This is the gem shot upgrade, allowing me to, Infinity Forge, Infinity Hammer, allowing me to produce an additional time. With the Hammer bubble, that's 3 times total. So I can click on this 3 times, and I'll start producing 3 times the amount of nails. So absolutely go do that. Spend time, unlock, or get the points for monster materials World 1 to World 4, that way you get more points. Invest those points into speed per hour, and get enough capacity to where you don't have to check it every single day. The automation arm will collect it every day at your daily reset. That's what I recommend doing. This will help you increase your nail production, that we're able to upgrade this to a point where you can adamant. Once it gets high enough, use bargain tags until it hits 100 mil, that we can start using atoms to upgrade this to its 80% capacity. So you need another 300 levels here or so to do that. Perfect. As well, something to mention, you should probably start working on getting your level 13 vials for your monster materials in World 1, World 2 at the very least. Also, your production for thread and nails, you can also probably get this up to 13 if you start doing the anvil production, like I said before. Additionally, you can go through and upgrade your vials out of order. You're missing a lot of the ones from World 5 that are beneficial to you, like sailing speeds, specifically bits in gaming, material costs for stamps. This one's going to massively help you a lot. Also, you don't have the ones for Equinox, for bar fill rate, for construction speed, sigil rate, all that kind of stuff. White essence gain. If you're struggling unlocking vials, one of the best things you can do is actually take a few resources. For example, like this right here. All I'm doing is pressing or clicking on it with the quick tap and split stack on. Pressing enter, click enter, click enter, click enter. You know, that way you get 16. You can also just click on it, press OK, and just drag it in your inventory as normal. But you take a stack of 16, take 16 in one window, hold down Shift. You see quick drop is on, Shift key to turn off, and then click. You'll drop them very fast. This each counts as one attempt per time you drop it if you do it fast enough. So you have almost 16 times the chance to unlock new vials. That's how people get them so fast in World 6, is doing that simple thing. So absolutely go and do that. That way you can supercharge unlocking vials and start getting the bonuses you're missing out on. All these bonuses are extremely important for you and you're missing out on them, and it's very detrimental to your account how far you're going without actually doing them. So go back and do that. Absolutely easy thing to do. Perfect. Let me drop back my character because I'm missing some easy gains here. Sigils, not much to talk about there. You're doing sigils, which is all right. I think you probably put your characters in cauldrons or water. Yeah, perfect. You're doing that. Let's talk about Equinox, actually. Let's go over to Equinox and see what's going on here. So you have Liquid Investment. You probably just unlocked the Equinox stream for this. Try to get this to level 11 as soon as possible. This is one of the best upgrades in Equinox, like all time. Like best upgrade, 100%. Get this to level 11. You have matching skims. You're missing the 10 extra levels from ladles. You imagine it's probably hard for you to produce ladles. We can talk about that as well. Actually, let's talk about that now. Ladle production, the best way to scale that is through the chef rings, through the chef shoes, as well as stamps. Ladle stamp and multi-tool stamp are extremely important. You should always be trying to push multi-tool stamp. I am kind of hard stuck right now because I keep doing these videos and doing demonstrations on multi-tool stamp. I want to get this to like 190. But you want to push this as high as you can. I think getting like a level 120 is not impossible for you with how much carrying capacity you have. And like I said, you really need a print for this that we can scale this even higher. All skill efficiency accounts as, I believe, base efficiency for all your skills. This gets multiplied by skill efficiency, by the chopping efficiency, whatever you have. And it also impacts cooking efficiency, which gives you more ladles per hour on your Blood Berserker or wherever you're AFKing in the cooking in the kitchen. And also, this ladle stamp gives you a lot of cooking efficiency. So you need a Sand Shark print that we can upgrade this even further. Perfect. As well, for cooking, Diamond Chef doesn't give you more ladles, but you should really, you're almost at a point where you can atom this. That's great. Again, you don't have the atom generation to do this, so let No Bubble Left Behind, the lithium upgrade this to a point where you can atom it and start atoming it. Actually, don't worry about that. Just focus on scaling. But eventually, you'll get to a point where you want to atom this to massively increase your cooking speed. All right. Let's move on to your refinery. So your refinery is a little bit whack as well. You can see here, Idleon Toolbox is great for this. I usually recommend this now. Before I was recommending the refinery chart, which wasn't the best thing to recommend. Because as you hit higher levels of refinery, it kind of goes out of whack and it's not really that great, not really that updated. I'd recommend looking at this. If you hover over the next salts kind of hourly breakdown, it's costing 3.03k red salts, but you're only printing 2.19k. So you're really out of whack. I recommend probably turning this off, turning it on 10% auto refine, that way you don't level this, and only level up red salts and green salts because you're really lacking in those right now, and you can't produce them fast enough for your next salt to produce per hour. So you're running at a deficit, and you're going to be salt locked for quite a little bit. So I highly recommend doing that. If you need to fix your refinery fast, you can link some of your characters to Omnifal to make there be a 15% chance to proc refinery when you claim their AFK gains. There it progresses refinery even faster. You don't have to rely just on the DK talent here. And Death Note. If you are looking for damage, one of the best ways to do it would be through getting Eclipse Skulls. I want to say with World 6, you probably have enough damage and kills per kill and multi-kill to go through World 1 and start eclipsing them. Don't go in order because red mushrooms and wood mushrooms specifically are the hardest ones to do. Kind of go through kind of step by step in the world. Go to frogs, board beans, go down to that. You can skip wood boards because their respawn rate's kind of slow. And you'll be able to start eclipsing those and get even more damage. Eclipse Skulls are multiplicative damage sources, so it's one way you can really power spike your damage if you're looking. Worship as well. You have your worship level is high enough where you can start progressing your skulls even further. I imagine probably the one issue with you right now is you don't have enough salts to really progress your skulls to a good point. So yeah, you're at manifested skulls, and you need green salts to upgrade this. Like I said, you're kind of salt locked, so it's going to be a little bit hard for you to do that right now. But something you should focus on is fixing your refinery and upgrading your worship skulls as much as possible because these are stat sticks. Also, I do want to mention, because I didn't mention it in this recording, I thought I did, but I forgot about it. Your tools. Overall, your characters are in dementia gear. You should really be pushing this even further. Really, again, you might be salt locked on this, but really try to get into molten gear. The percent all stat on all your characters is going to be really important. Honestly, fixing your refinery is probably going to fix a lot of your issues, but definitely try to get push your characters to higher gear requirement. Troll gear, magma gear, marble glass gear. That's going to be really important to help push your damage even further. As well, if you can't do that, get your tools. You're missing tools on your characters. Like you're missing the fishing rod on your Boobo. You're missing the catching net. You're missing a lot of stuff that you could do to help increase your damage. Also, don't sleep on food. I don't remember if I saw... You do have move speeds. This one's onyxed, so you're getting a lot of move speed for your character. So you're going to get a lot of damage based off of things like the pots, scaling with quick slap for your characters. The more speed pots you put on your character, the more damage it'll be. So these potent speed pots are going to give you some damage. If you have golden witches, it's going to give you damage. I don't have them equipped because I have the beanstalk bonus, but the golden hamsters are going to help you speed charge your sailing as well. So equip those, get a nice stack of golden hamsters, take this 2400 and split it across all of your characters. Don't just give it to one character. So split this stack into 10, so give every single person in your account 248 hamsters. Don't just give it on one character. So you have a lot of stacks on like a few characters, but not on everyone else. The golden food scales at such a rate that's not... It's not beneficial to put 1000. Like you can put 100 and have pretty much the same gold food effect on all your characters. So go through, split them. That way you can progress sailing at a fast rate. Let's go to World 4 cooking. I feel like your cooking speed is low. You have a lot of meals. You can probably cook really fast. Specifically, corn dog, double cherry, soda, all these meals, you can level up to give you more meal cooking speed. Then just go through, sort by time, do them one by one so you can start leveling them up. I'd highly recommend taking a stack of like 5 or 10 ladles, going through all these meals one by one, upgrading them once you do these three, or rather, once you do these three right here to increase your meal cooking speed even further. Breeding, how's the spice territories looking? Cool. Okay, so you've done 2 of the World 6 ones. That's not bad. Have you unlocked the meals for them yet? I think you have. I actually don't. You might be able to unlock a few more meals. So use your spices. Experiment with the different combinations of the newest spices that you have. See if you can unlock some of the meals because I think you're missing 1 or 2. I want to say the first 2 territories unlock like 4 meals each, and these last 2 give you like 1. I actually can't remember. Don't quote me on that, but you are missing. I feel like you're missing a lot of meals. So just go ahead and use your spices, unlock those if you can. Some of the combinations that work, since it's not really that explicit. If I go to new recipe, you can see. So you're at these meals right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is what the fastest way to do it. This one will unlock one of them. This will unlock another one right here. This unlocks another one. You can skip one, unlock. Oh yeah, you can unlock this one right here and the gold food effect. So do like the newest one, second newest one, the one from World 5, and the one before the previous one. You can unlock the 2 meals here, so you can get even more Diamond Chef Diamond Chef bonus and more meal cooking damage and all that fun stuff. So go unlock those. You're just missing a few meals there. Perfect. And you have all lab unlocks. It's good. Perfect. You are missing the Ruby cards one from Rift. You probably have enough damage to do this, I imagine. Maybe. Yeah, I mean, you're almost there. Yeah, I imagine getting damage from Eclipse Skulls, plus going back doing your stamps, plus upgrading a few things in Alchemy would be helping you a lot. Specifically, Mage's Best generally is going to be really good for both skilling and damage. So if you are able to Atom this, focus that if you can, because you do have atoms to upgrade this. Just upgrade this whenever you can to get the nail capacity to do so. Let's move quickly into World 5. Okay. Now, Idleon Toolbox, I feel like kind of sucks for this. I don't know if you actually have Eldritch in all of these. I think you only have... See, like, these have weird colored text. This is different text. It's saying doubled, but it should say tripled if you have Eldritch. So I think you have Eldritch in these. If you don't have Eldritch, Fossary Tusk, this one's really important. 80 Tablet's also really good, but I think you do have Eldritch in these, so I'm not going to talk about them. If you need... Ooh, okay, big one, Fury Relic. If you don't have this Eldritch, go hard focus this. This is extremely important. Like I mentioned earlier, with skilling, talents are one of the best ways to increase your character, like, in general. For skilling, for damage, no matter what, 25 extra max talent levels is going to be really important if you get the Eldritch version. Similarly here, if you need damage, Crystal Stake is a huge damage increase. As I said, when you upgrade your stamps, you're gonna this is going to scale the damage you do just based off those stamps. So absolutely go back, upgrade this to Eldritch if you can. Also, if you're struggling pushing, multi-kill if you're hitting it, this Trilobite Rock will help you a lot. You're also missing some of the relics as well. I think you should have... I want to say you hopefully have enough sailing speed to get here. If you don't, yikes, go back to some of the earlier islands and upgrade your boats. Yeah, I imagine it's probably just... Yeah, okay, so you are on fungi metas, so you are kind of doing that. Let's look at summoning. How's your upgrades? What's your winter bonuses? You do have a bunch of artifact find chance, so hopefully that'll be a little bit easier. I think you're on that grind right now. But the biggest way to increase your sailing gains, like I said, would be splitting these hamsters across all of your characters. There's not really that big of a difference between 1,000 and 100 because of how diminishingly the stacks scale. So split these stacks, the like 5,000 that you have across all your characters, give them all like 500. So go back and do that. And yeah, really... There's not really much for me to say here. I say there's not much to say, but I feel like I've rambled quite a lot. I feel like all of that should give you enough to work on for your character. I think your biggest focus right now is going to be on skilling, trying to get more atom gain. I will harp on that all day. It's one of the biggest upgrades you can do for your account. Go look at some of the other reviews I recently posted because I've talked a lot in depth about atom generation and why it's important. It's something you are primed for and you should be able to do rather easily. It's just you aren't actively doing it. I don't know if you're aware of it or not, but it'll give you a massive increase to your account. Also go back, unlock some of your stamps and upgrade them because they give you a massive increase to your damage, your accuracy, your money percent, everything that you possibly want is in those categories. So go unlock those stamps, go do the linking thing I mentioned with your elemental sorcerer, increase your print, encrypt boil sampler, for example, upgrade your tools on your characters and just progress that way. You'll see your progression kind of skyrocket hopefully the next few weeks as you start to do those things. Atom generation especially is going to be something you should hard focus on. Skilling is very important for you right now, and it'll help you skyrocket your account, and you'll be in a good point to do that. So hopefully that helps you. If you have any questions, again, feel free to reach out to me in the comments on Discord. You do have me. I'm not just going to ignore you now that I've done your review, so feel free to reach out to me. I'll be able to help you with there. So yeah, again, if you guys do want your IEs reviewed, feel free to reach out to me on Discord, main Zed. I'll be able to help you with there. Thank you guys so much. Have a great day.